Good evening. I'm Donna Sawyer, Chief Executive Officer of the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts. Welcome to the 2020 Janet and Walter Sondheim Artscape Award Ceremony, our first virtual award ceremony. As Baltimore City's Arts Council, the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts, affectionately known as BOPA, has produced the Sondheim Awards to support and invest in artists in Baltimore City. For 15 years, BOPA has endowed the $25,000 grand prize and produced the Sondheim exhibition in conjunction with a major cultural institution to support regional artists with an honorarium and a career-enhancing opportunity to exhibit at a major cultural institution. The Artscape Prize is named in honor of Janet and Walter Sondheim, who are instrumental in creating some of the best of the Baltimore City that we know today. For over 50 years, the Sondheims were deeply involved in civic, educational activities as well as the arts. The award, named in their honor, is an annual reminder of their vast contribution to all of Baltimore. Because of the current health crisis, we could not gather at the Walters Art Museum as planned to view the exhibition of this year's 6 finalists. Nor could we attend the live ceremony that reveals the grand award winner. And though we had to cancel the Artscape Festival, we were determined that it would take more than a pandemic to stop us from moving forward with this grand artscape tradition. Through creativity and sheer determination, BOPA's creative staff found a way to produce the exhibition and the awards ceremony in a virtual environment. Tonight, you will see the work and hear from 6 amazing artists that were chosen as finalists for this year's Sondheim Award. Each finalist will receive the M&T Bank Finalist Award, a $2,500 honorarium made possible by a grant from M&T Bank. And this year, M&T has also generously underwritten $500 honorariums for our 29 semifinalists. In just a few minutes, we'll announce the winner of the $25,000 grand prize. But first, I have to say a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to the BOPA staff for their dedication and ingenuity in making this year's Sondheim possible. Specifically, Jackie Downs, Director of the Baltimore City Arts Council here at the Baltimore Office of Promotion in the Arts, and Lou Joseph, the curator for the Sondheim exhibition, who took our finalists' art to a different dimension in a virtual gallery. Our communications team was instrumental in producing this award show and inviting all of you to be with us tonight. I also thank BOPA's Board of Directors, especially Anana Kambon, our board chair. And again, thanks to M&T Bank for supporting BOPA and underwriting the finalist and semifinalist awards. And thanks to all of you for joining us this evening. Without your support, the cultural community cannot thrive. The arts community here reaches far beyond our city's borders and tells the true Baltimore story. That is especially true tonight, when everyone from anywhere can join us, even in the midst of a pandemic. At BOPA, we believe that art, especially in difficult times, has the ability and the obligation to show us what is best about ourselves and others. I know you will see that in the art, the artists, and in our production of the Sondheim Awards tonight. So, on with the show. May I introduce Jackie Downs, Director of the Arts Council for Baltimore City. Jackie?
Thank you, Donna, and thank you all for watching with us this evening. We have an amazing program lined up for you. Art has always been able to heal communities and bridge divides. And during a time of national crisis and unrest, it's needed now more than ever. Our talented finalists have been working around the clock for months, and we are grateful that they are able to provide the world with hope, curiosity, and beauty through their work. Lou Joseph, Visual Arts Specialist at BOPA, is also Program Manager for the Sondheim Artscape Prize Program. He has been working intimately with our finalists since April and is here to speak more about the program this year.
Hey, thank you, Jackie, and welcome everyone to this online award ceremony for the Sondheim Prize 2020. My name is Lou Joseph. I'm the Visual Arts Specialist for the Baltimore Office of Promotion of the Arts and also the Project Manager for the Sondheim Prize. Back in 2019, I don't think we were able to foresee any of all of this that's happening, but especially with the Sondheim Prize. But by March, we realized we weren't going to be able to have the exhibition at the Walters Art Museum as we had planned. But then we checked with our jurors, and the jurors were very enthusiastic about continuing this prize if we were willing to figure something out. So big thanks to Gary, Nona, and Dia for your willingness and flexibility through this process. We eventually decided to work with Kunstmatrix out of Germany as an online platform, and I want to thank all the finalists for their willingness to work in something different. This is something new for me and something new for a lot of people. And I'm really interested in a lot of the ways things were, a lot of different directions the artists took with these exhibitions. And I'm very curious to see who the winner will be. Now I want to go ahead and introduce Laure Drogoul, who was the first Sondheim Prize winner back in 2006. Take it away, Laure.
My name's Laure Drogoul, and I was awarded a Sondheim Prize in 2006. It was terrifying and marvelous. The exhibition, because of the sort of the size and scale of the event, it's so publicized, really broadened my audience, which I thought was really a good aspect of the award. And also I met different artists in the region around in, the Baltimore area that I didn't know before, and I got to see their work. And I loved that aspect. Also, part of the process is a dialogue with the curators, which I think is really valuable. I was able to talk with them about my work, the ideas, things that I'm sort of grappling with in the studio, which was exciting. And then, of course, the prize itself, the monetary aspect, is really freeing. It allowed me to get into the studio and work on things that I, wouldn't have worked on otherwise. So all in all, I think it is an excellent event and award and prize. And it really enhances the cultural landscape of Baltimore and the Baltimore region and connects people to one another.
Thank you, Laura. Now I would like to introduce our jurors for the 2020 Sondheim Prize, independent curator Dia Vij and photographer Nona Faustine Simmons.
I want to thank everyone at the Sondheim Artscape Prize for inviting me to be on the selection committee for this very prestigious award. It's been such a privilege and an honor to get to spend so much time with my fellow selection committee members, as well as all of these incredible artists that submitted applications for review. It is clear that Baltimore is just overflowing with artists working with rigor, with research, urgency, and dedication to their practice and to the political realities of today and the histories that we stand on. While I'm really, truly disappointed that we didn't get a chance to celebrate all these finalists and semifinalists in person through their exhibitions, I am just wanting to applaud everyone at the Sondheim for pivoting to a virtual exhibition format and really doubling down on your support for artists, particularly now during COVID and the economic crisis that's resulted from it. We need to be supporting artists now more than ever, and I'm grateful to the Sondheim for knowing that. And just thank you to everyone, and especially thank you to the artists for allowing us into your practice and for making some beautiful exhibitions for us. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nona Faustine, and I'm a juror on the Sondheim Prize. It has been an absolute privilege and honor to participate in this most prestigious award. We've selected a finalist, and we're so happy and pleased. I would like to thank all the artists who sent in their applications. Best wishes to everyone.
M&T Bank is the presenting sponsor for the Sondheim Awards for the 9th year in a row. The M&T Charitable Trust Foundation provides the remaining 6 finalists with the M&T Bank Finalist Award, which is a $2,500 stipend. In a typical year, Sondheim semifinalists who don't advance to the final round receive an opportunity to showcase their work during an exhibition around the Artscape Festival weekend. With Artscape physically canceled this year, we would still like to recognize the achievements of the 29 semifinalists. This year, M&T is generously contributing to a $500 honorarium to each of our 29 semifinalists. M&T Bank is a longtime supporter of the arts and recognizes the value in supporting artists in the Baltimore region. Please welcome Jack Lewin, Group Vice President from M&T Bank.
M&T is very pleased to once again support the Janet and Walter Sondheim Artscape Prize. M&T has a long legacy of supporting the arts because we believe that vibrant arts and cultural organizations help create vibrant and healthy communities. We look to the arts for the creative quality and energy of their programs, as well as to teach our children to build bridges among diverse communities and to serve as catalysts for community revitalization and economic development. That's why over the past 10 years, M&T's donations to the arts have totaled more than $38 million. Last year, M&T provided over $4 million to arts organizations here in our communities. Here in Baltimore, we provide funding to a wide range of arts organizations, including BOPA, Center Stage, Walters Art Museum, and the Baltimore Museum of Art, just to name a few. We do this because the arts are a vital part of the quality of life that we enjoy in the Baltimore region. Artists challenge our thinking, they uplift our spirits, and they help define what it means to be human. This Sondheim Prize, now in its 15th year, is the top arts award in the Baltimore region. And we're thrilled to continue to present the M&T Bank Sondheim Finalist Awards, which provides a $2,500 honorarium for each of the remaining 6 finalists that were not selected for fellowship. We do this to recognize and encourage all the finalists to continue to expand and evolve their artistic vision. It's clear that all of us benefit from the presence of a thriving, vibrant artistic community, which is really well represented here tonight. We congratulate the hundreds of artists who applied for the Sondheim Prize and encourage them to continue to explore their talents, thus enriching our lives. Thank you.
BOPA is grateful for the support that M&T Bank provides to the Janet and Walter Sondheim Artscape Prize competition, and so are the semifinalists. Kay Ito would like to express his gratitude on behalf of all of the semifinalists who received this honorarium for the first time.
Hi, my name is Kay Ito. I am a conceptual photographer who makes work about my nuclear legacy, which started in Hiroshima in 1945, and contemplates on current issues surrounding on shared nuclear history and climate today. I am one of the semi-finalists of the Sondheim Artscape Prize and would like to thank BOPA and jurors for making this annual celebration of artists happen, despite all the chaos in the world. I also want to thank M&T Bank for their special artist prizes they provided for this year. The world is in a shifting phase, and we must harken back towards history to rebuild a better future together. Thank you.
And now it's time to meet the 6 talented visual artists we all are rooting for this evening. Please meet our finalists.
Hi, my name is Miguel Braceli. I work with participatory projects in public space. Those are works that born from the collaboration between communities, peoples, and places, addressing social and political conflicts of the context involved, Here in Baltimore, we are working with a project that the title is Geopolitical Games. Geopolitical Games is a project to create a ball game playing a one-on-one and taking place house by house, and developed through an open call. It is a work that dialogues with these imaginaries inflated and deflated with the air of the body, contrasting patriotism, nationalism, and heroism with the fragility of their structures in the context of a pandemic. It is a game where the balls are not held by the political parties, but by citizens and non-citizens. Geopolitical Games builds the idea of a nation from the exchange of our own bodies, trying to keep the ball in the air and the game alive. In previous projects, we developed similar ideas that are part of a larger research, like for example in Here We Are, Postcard from Iwo Jima, where we worked with art students from Asia and Latin America in a collective performance in Baltimore City Hall. We raised a flag transforming what is usually a military ceremony into a civic act. This flag was made up of multiple strings instead of a single surface, as well as national identities and immigration are forms that cannot be contained. Other projects like Enterrar las Banderas en el Mar or Monumentos Horizontales were addressing similar issues in other contexts, but through the history of these particular places. Now, in Geopolitical Games, we approach a North American imaginary of deflated nationalisms, a national identity built through an open play, and political systems sustained in a citizen exchange.
Hello, my name is Hoesy Corona. I am a multidisciplinary artist working in both visual and performance art. I create and categorize works of art that draw from my personal experiences as a queer Mexican immigrant in the United States. Over the last 10 years, I've developed 5 distinct bodies of work. And for my Sondheim Finalist exhibition, I've decided to honor the longest ongoing series, The Nobodies. The Nobodies is an ongoing story documenting the journeys of displaced immigrants and marginalized peoples. The Nobodies uses public performance, sculptural garments, and poetry to create otherworldly experiences for the viewer, while questioning the social constructions that govern and objectify personhood. The series revels in the simultaneous visibility and invisibility that the garments bring to the wearer, to explore the act of nobodying. Audience members are invited to participate in the performance through roles that are complicit in the subjugation of somebody into nobody.
Hi, my name is Phylicia. I'm an interdisciplinary visual artist, and my work documents transition, explores healing, ritual, ceremony, and personal rites of passage. My work really exists at this intersection between the physical and the spiritual, the mundane and the ritual, the neurochemical and the quantum. So it is born in this catalytic space between birth and death. So elements of both can be found in the work. I use various mediums, including photography, installation, mixed media, video, performance, fibers. And many of these mediums are displayed in the exhibition, which I entitled, "We Are the Infinite Disguised as the Finite," which functions as a proclamation, a reclamation, but also as a threat that you cannot kill us, you cannot extinguish us. In this exhibition, I have various works spanning many years, and some new works that I just created specifically for this exhibition. So overall, my work alchemizes transgenerational trauma and teaches me to reconnect with and to realign with transgenerational wisdom. The work in the show really speaks to that, but also the work in the show is deeply personal, deeply emotional, and really is about stepping into our power.
Hello, my name is Muriel Hasbun, and I'm a Sondheim finalist. My exhibition, Pulse and Memory, Pulso y Memoria, presents 3 projects that embody my investigation of identity, cultural memory, and migration. As an immigrant to the United States and as a daughter of immigrants to El Salvador, I'm especially sensitive to how foreigners can be characterized by the country that receives them. Through my work, I create a dialogue between past and present and personal memory and collective history. I challenge erasure, invisibility, prejudice, and establish categories and borders, while also giving space for Salvadorans, the third largest immigrant Latinx population in the United States, to be represented, recognized, and identified by our own artists and cultural expressions. Is it possible to trace our journey through a visual record of the land's pulses? Can we metaphorically mark our personal and cultural legacies onto the land, and in the process make it our terruño and diasporic homeland? My new body of work, Pulse, New Cultural Registers, Pulso, Nuevos Registros Culturales, tries to answer that question. It recognizes the cultural legacy of El Salvador during the 1980s and 90s using personal and historical archives.
Good evening. My name is LaToya Hobbs. I'm an artist, wife, mother, and educator living in Baltimore, Maryland. Within my practice, I create works that are marked by texture, color, and bold patterns. Currently, my practice has shifted to creating mixed media works that combine traditional painting and printmaking techniques in a singular surface. The act of cutting away from my matrix is symbolic of the way one has to cut away the negative ideologies imposed on them by others to embrace their true selves. At the core of my work is a desire to create space that centers the narratives of women of the African diaspora, with the hope of providing a more balanced perception of our womanhood that dismantles prevailing stereotypes. Through portraiture, I explore the universal themes of motherhood, spirituality, sisterhood, and beauty. It is my hope that when you view these phenomenal women, you will see a reflection of yourself and the women in your community. It is an honor to continue in the tradition of the Sondheim Award and an absolute pleasure to share my work with you. Thank you.
StrikeWare is a Baltimore-based art collective formed to create action-oriented experiences using both traditional and new media. Our recent work aims to uplift and amplify stories critical to our American history, often using new technologies to emphasize the nowness of that history.
In the Sondheim Finalist show, StrikeWare presents a visual experience about the institutions, educators, and progenitors who shaped how Baltimore's Black community acquired formal training and knowledge. The exhibition examines Black education in Baltimore from the essential role of churches such as Bethel AME in the antebellum era to the first public school available to Black students after the Civil War.
Renovations uses the Peel Center building, once male and female colored school number 1, to look at the Black experience in Baltimore throughout history. In addition to critical examination of historical and contemporary segregation in Baltimore City public schools, the show tracks the 9 students who graduated from school number 1 in 1889, Baltimore's first all-Black high school graduating class. The 2 following galleries, Augmented Church and State and Bima Art Walk, show new work developed from research compiled for Renovations, which was first exhibited at the Carroll Mansion in January 2020.
I don't envy our judges. They have a tough job ahead of them. These visual artists have worked so hard, and I'm sure their nerves must be on edge. Someone who knows exactly what they're going through is Akea Brionne, 2019's Sondheim Artscape Prize winner. She joins us to wish them luck and to share a little about her journey over the last year.
Good evening, I'm Akea Brionne, and I wanted to just say congratulations to all of the finalists this year. I know that it's a nerve-wracking experience, but you all are already superstars, and I'm very excited by the lineup this year. I also wanted to just share a few words about what my journey has been like since winning Sondheim. Sondheim has been an award that has really transformed the really beginning of my career. I only graduated in 2018, so it really allowed me to pursue my practice full-time by having the flexibility and the security to be able to make mistakes, take risks, which is something that in itself is a privilege. So I've been very grateful for that. But I do want to just leave you all with a few words, which is that no matter who walks away winning today, or I guess who virtually finds out that they win, just know that all of you all are winners and you all have made it this far because you have something important to say. And as long as you believe in the validity of your voice and your narrative, you can reach any goals that you want. So congratulations, and I'm very excited for all of you.
Thank you, Akea. Now, the moment we all have been waiting for. Please welcome back BOPA CEO, Donna Sawyer, who will announce this year's winner.
It is my great pleasure to announce the winner of the 2020 Janet and Walter Sondheim Award Grand Prize of $25,000 to LaToya Hobbs. LaToya, you are a stellar example of the creativity and talent that thrive here in Baltimore. Congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to take a minute and come say how thankful and grateful I am to be this year's recipient of the Sondheim Prize. Wanted to say thank you to God for His grace and His favor. Thank you to our sponsors, BOPA, in particular Lou for all of his help through this process. I also like to thank M&T Bank. I'd like to send a special thank you to my family for all of their love and support, in particular my husband Ariston for just always being there and supporting my practice. I'd like to just acknowledge my babies, Ida and Theo, just for being, a motivation behind my work. I'd like to thank the jurors for seeing me and seeing the vision behind my practice. And also I just, like to congratulate the other finalists for making it this far in the competition. Again, I am so excited and so happy and just filled with so much gratitude. Thank you.
Congratulations to LaToya M. Hobbs and to all of the finalists and semifinalists of this year's Sondheim Artscape Prize ceremony. I hope you enjoyed this evening's event. Please be sure to check out our virtual exhibitions where you can see all of the marvelous works from our finalists. More information on where to see our virtual exhibitions can be found on our website at www.promotioninarts.org. Now we'll hear from Donna with final remarks.
Thank you again for sharing this exciting event with us this evening. Remember that the arts in all forms, visual, literary, performance, and culinary, are more than inspiring and beautiful. They are an essential and fundamental component of a healthy society. Have a great evening. Good night.